Margaret rolls over to face the wall, and the ceiling takes off, spinning like a fairground ride. She grabs the mattress and says what we all say. Well, it's my age. It isn't. The first minute of the day is the biggest liar in the house, and today it's lying about crystals smaller than sugar. Here's how it happened. She turned onto her side, tipped her head back into the pillow, and the room began to swim. Half a minute, and it stopped by itself. The turn, the tip, the pillow, every bit of it ordinary. Not 1 second of it is the years catching up. So, the rules here. No lectures, and none of that what do you expect at your age nonsense. A spinning morning is common as rain. I'm the neighbor with the kettle, not a doctor, so what lives here is the everyday half, the moment it hits, and the house you live in. 6 of them, in your slippers. Count along. How many will you keep? Move number 1 is the thing that sets it off. Margaret reaches for the good teapot on the top shelf, tips her head back, and everything tilts at once. Ever had that lurch, reaching up high? She froze, both hands on the shelf, and waited for it to stop. 9 seconds, and the teapot sat through all of it without a care. Put plainly, some mornings the room takes a turn, and often enough, the years have nothing to do with it. Think of a snow globe on the windowsill. Something knocks it, the flurry goes round, and if you leave it be, it settles again. It comes, and it passes. What set it off is a question for a doctor's desk, not for a kitchen table. The fix is for the moment it hits. Don't fight it. Try it with me right now. Sit down, both feet flat, eyes on the door handle, 1 slow breath out. They say the ordinary spell runs 20 seconds and rarely past a minute. The next move has a name and a trained pair of hands attached. Move number 2 is the famous one, and it isn't ours to do. Bedtime is a dare. Margaret rolls toward her left shoulder and the ceiling starts to turn. The other way, she's fine. 1 side every time. Know that bargain you strike with your own bed? She sleeps bolt upright, like a sentry who mistrusts the night. Roughly speaking, that crystal is a marble in a bent garden hose. In the wrong bend, every move rattles it. Tip the hose the right way, in the right order, and it rolls home to its pocket. That is the whole famous move. But there's a hose in each ear, and the tilt only suits one of them. The hose was never broken. It wants tipping the right way. The fix is a phone call. Ring your doctor and use plain words. When I roll over in bed, the room spins about 20 seconds, always the same side. Ask whether it's the positional kind and leave the tilt to them. Write it on the pad by the pillow first, what sets it off and how long. 30 seconds of plain speaking beats a month of guessing. The next trap turns up at 2 in the morning, lights off. Move number 3 is the one nobody thinks to make. Margaret tells it over her tea, hands round the cup. 10 past 2 by the clock. Up for the bathroom, no light on because it's her own hallway. 3 steps in, the room swings, and there's nothing to hold but wallpaper. You've crossed that hallway in the dark too. She got there. She also stood still a while first. Now, Dorothy had this sorted long ago. Out in the courtyard, with the cat supervising from the wall and Biscuit asleep indoors, she nods at her own front window, a lamp burning in it, all night, every night. 30 years, and never once a dark room crossed. I'm not being careful, she says. I'm being comfortable. The fix is 5 small things on the floor between bed and bathroom. A nightlight that burns till morning. A clear run. No sliding rug. No basket. No spare pillow underfoot. Something solid at every turn. Drawers. A door frame. The wall. Slippers with a back and a grip. And a light in the bathroom too. The next one isn't a move at all. It's an angle, and you meet it reaching up high. Move number 4 is a trap you can sidestep. Margaret leans back over the basin to rinse the shampoo, chin to the sky, and the room turns a cartwheel. 20 years she's washed it that way. The ceiling only just started dancing. You've done that lean 100 times. Nobody calls it a position. They call it washing your hair. Roughly speaking, it isn't the reaching that turns the room. A head tipped right back is a watering can tipped right back. Held level, not a drop escapes. Tilt it, and everything runs to the spout. The reaching was never the trouble. The angle at the top was. The fix is a level chin, and it costs nothing. Bring the high shelf down to you. What you use daily belongs between hip and shoulder. Wash your hair leaning forward over the basin and warn them at the salon before the backwash. The next trap is the first thing you do before the kettle. Move number 5 is how you leave the bed. The alarm shrills. Margaret sits bolt upright like a woman late for the last train, and the room pitches her straight back down. Recognize that first lurch of the morning? She waited on the edge for the floor to stop rolling. The train, it turned out, was imaginary. Put plainly, a night's sleep leaves everything settled, like the grounds in a pot of coffee left to stand. Pour it gently in the morning and the cup runs clear. Jolt the pot up in a hurry and you stir it cloudy. The morning isn't against you. It only asks to be poured slow. The fix is a slow launch. It costs 1 minute. Sit up, swing both feet to the floor, count to 10 on the edge, then stand a beat, hand on something solid. Same for the armchair after the evening show. Up in stages, and when you turn your whole self the way the cat does, feet and all. The last one is less a move than a foundation. Move number 6 is the quiet one. A hot afternoon in the garden, not a sip of water since breakfast, and Margaret rises from the tomato bed gone light and swimmy. That's the other kind of woozy, the one we bundle in with the spinning. You've blamed the years for that, too. The garden was innocent, so were the years. They say a body low on water is like a rain barrel gone down in a dry spell. Dip the bucket and it comes up half air. And a sense of balance never asked to work turns jumpy at the smallest tilt. 2 everyday things, both easily mended, and neither of them a birthday. The fix is small and daily. Sip water across the day, not a pint at tea time. They say a glass with each meal does it. Prop your pillow up at night so you're not flat on the tender ear. And walk 15 minutes to the bakery and back to keep your balance in practice. A body that moves a little stays surer on its own 2 feet. Right then, all 6 on the table. Settle and breathe when it hits. Plain words at the doctor's desk. A light and a clear floor at night. A level chin at the shelf. A slow launch and a whole self-turn. Water, a propped pillow, a walk. And mine? 4 of the 6 live at my house. The propped pillow and I are old friends. Whatever your number, it isn't a verdict. It's a short list by the bed. Margaret, a few weeks on. The ear got named at the surgery, the left one. She rolls over to the wall now and the ceiling stays put. Tuesday it flared. She sat down, eyes on the doorframe, and wrote it out in a minute. And the cat? Insufferable. 11 years, not one dizzy day, and she turns her whole self to look at you, showing us since kittenhood, free of charge. And here's what these mornings taught me. After 60, a room that spins is not the years closing in around you. It's something with a name, and a name is a thing you can ask for. Footing gets lost. Footing, it turns out, can be found again. I'll be honest, the first morning mine did it, I didn't believe that either. Now, the straight-faced part. Everything you've heard here is everyday observation, not medical advice. I don't diagnose and I don't treat. The move with the name belongs to trained hands after somebody has looked at your eyes. And anything sudden, severe, or brand new goes to your doctor today, not to a video. Take good care of yourself and of the people you love. How many of the 6 will you keep? Leave your number below. Nobody's keeping score. We've all grabbed the furniture. Pass this to the friend who dreads rolling over in the morning, and she'll know herself. And whatever spins your mornings, it's rarely the birthdays, though only your doctor can name it. Subscribe, because next time, the stiff groaning joints at the edge of the bed and why they're not the years either.